Here comes Geek Dad Report. Here comes Geek Dad Report. Right down Geek Dad Report lane. All the stupid hats and shirts, and we have lots of game. Join us now for laughs and fun and all the things you like. And if you don't watch the show, I'll push Ryan down some stairs and he'll die.
That doesn't sound right. What happened to Brian got ran over by a reindeer? I thought that's the song we were gonna do.
We got rid of that. We took that one out of the playlist. That's a devastatingly sad song that nobody wants to hear, Ryan. Not in this festive holiday craptastic episode of the Geek Dad Report. The one show dedicated, formulated, specially created into bringing you guys all the nerd news you need to know and, giving you a little bit of holiday cheer and lifting your spirits.
Yes. Today, December 20th,
yes,
2018, we definitely need some spirits lifted.
I've got some spirits in here.
Yeah, Brian's drinking spirits.
Woo woo.
So.
But anyway, what we're talking about. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining us for episode 161, our annual Christmas special. We're not giving anything away, and we don't really have anything special about this episode other than we're wearing cool hats. I got an awesome Yoda shirt.
Mine's the reindeer.
Best of all, I got this shirt at Target for $6. Look at that.
Dude, that where you got the Chewbacca one?
That's where I got the Chewbacca one. Yep. Target. Target. The Walmart you're not ashamed to go shop at. Remember that, people. Did I say we're on 161? Yeah, so welcome to episode 161, our holiday classic. We got some fun things for everybody planned today. We got some news we got to go over, some trailers that the internet lost their minds about, and we got to talk about, once again, whiny fans who hate everything that isn't exactly what they want it to be. But we also have some we have some fun Christmas topics. We're gonna talk a lot of Christmas stuff today.
And what is your name, sir?
What is my name? Oh, yeah. On this episode that we're going to talk about all these things, we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm Brian West, the hostess with the absolute Christmas mostess.
And I am Ryan Thomason, the reindeer. The one that will run over Brian.
Yeah, there's a reason why Ryan's... If you're wondering why Ryan is not included in the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer song, it's because Ryan is not really a reindeer and was fired for being a poser.
Too much drinking. That was actually, it was more like the Predator Christmas special.
Oh my god, that was amazing, by the way.
Wasn't that amazing? It was
my god. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, 20th Century Fox decided that the best way to help sell the Predator movie, the new Predator movie that's out, which I would recommend you should buy. It's a great movie. Well, I mean, it's relatively, depends on what you think is a great movie. I enjoyed the shit out of it. But to help promote it, they actually made like what is it? Those old claymation, the old Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Is there actually a name for those? Like a style? Is it just claymation? Christmas?
Yeah, it was just claymation, and they aired it on Comedy Central, BoJack Horseman, but you can find it on YouTube now, and we put it up on our Facebook page.
Yeah, so they did a Predator / Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Santa Spectacular. Basically, Predator shows up and murders all these different reindeer in horrible, violent ways. But there's a cool little. Did you watch all the way through with the Easter egg?
It is the best tie-in I've ever seen.
But did you watch it all the way to the end, where they did an actual Easter egg? I love that it was right on the nose. Here's an Easter egg, aliens. I was like, yes, this is great. So great. So anyway, it's only about 2 minutes long. I highly recommend you check it out. It's the Predator Christmas special. You can get it on YouTube, or like Ryan said, you can find it on our Facebook page. But anyway, what else were we talking about?
Predator.
We were talking about Predator. I love Predator. Did I tell you, they had a deal on iTunes. I may be addicted to deals on iTunes. They had bundled all the Predator movies for $25.
Or
all of them, including the new one.
Oh, okay. The one with the Predator. I gotta watch that one still.
Yeah, it was Predator 1, Predator 2, Predators, and The Predator. $25. $25, good deal.
I want to see what the Super Saiyan Predator looks like.
I also, yeah, Jesus, ridiculous. The new movie's absolutely ridiculous, people, but I loved the shit out of it. It's super funny. I also bought, if you guys are in the mood for something great, they have the Die Hard 5-movie extravaganza on 4K for $25. Now that is a goddamn deal right there.
That's a lot of dying hard, honestly.
Is there any other way to die?
I forget, what was the last one? Wasn't that one I had a son or something?
Yeah, that one was the son. That's by far the weakest one of the bunch. You know, maybe we should do an episode where we rank all the Die Hard movies. I mean, spoiler alert, the first one is the best one, but, you know. Other than that, there's a lot of leeway. I think you can go a lot of different directions.
So, do you ever watch the Goldbergs?
I do not watch the Goldbergs.
So, we watched it at our house, and they were talking about Die Hard, and so they showed like the main character going to a movie theater and seeing Die Hard for the first time, and he like loves it, and then shows it when it's on TV, and and then it shows that the iconic scene where he says "Yippee Kaye," and then but of course because it's for TV, they substitute something, so he goes "Yippee Kaye, melon farmer." And then they have a conversation like on the show. But now my daughter like walks around going,
"Yippee-ki-yay, melon farmer,"
and we're just like, "No, you can't say that." Like,
I think you should allow it. You should just let her run with it.
Just let her do like the full.
Just let her go around yelling "Yippee-ki-yay, melon farmer" all day long, and just when people look at her funny, just be like, "What?" Yeah, she likes melon farmers. What do you want from me?
Any swear words?
Did you see that awesome Christmas tree ornament that was making its way around the internet? Somebody took like a square box. It was some kind of a square. It was like a ornament that was like a 3D effect almost, and so it was a square box and had some stuff in it. So he pulled it out. He wrapped aluminum foil around it, and then he put a picture of John McClane from Die Hard. So it looked like he's crawling through the air vent. It's great. I was like, that's
I'll have to look for that.
Yeah, you should check it out. It's pretty cool. But speaking of Die Hard, we actually have a fun little segment today that was inspired by Die Hard. Tonight we're gonna talk about, because it is Christmas and we're trying to make this as Christmassy as possible. We're gonna talk about all the movies. We're gonna give me and Ryan's final say on all the movies that people have debated for years whether or not they're Christmas movies. So me and Ryan, we have a list. We've compiled it. We've checked it twice. We definitely know which one of these movies is naughty or nice. And we're going to give you our official stamp of Christmas movie or not a fucking Christmas movie. Boom, tonight on the show.
And then that will be the end of the whole discussion. Like, nobody will have to talk about it ever again.
Yeah, once we decide it, it's like we've been promised by every major studio that they're going to slap our seal of approval right on the front. It's going to say, a fucking Christmas movie or not a fucking Christmas movie, Geek Dad Report approved. There we go. So that's something you have to look forward to. That's what we call a tease, and then we're going to tease in that for, I don't know, it'll probably be about 40 minutes into the show.
Yes.
So don't skip ahead.
If you never know.
If you do skip ahead, maybe we'll surprise you and make it in like 15 minutes. So you'll skip to 40 minutes and be like, I thought there was going to be like a official approved or not approved segment.
Sorry.
Gotta wait to see.
Show.
That's the way we do it. So anyway, before we start the show here, what do you got going on, man? What's up? What's new? What are you doing for Christmas besides wearing a real goofy looking hat?
Other than I've been trying to fight a cold.
Oh, so you're like, you could be Rudolph. I noticed your nose was so bright tonight, Ryan.
So if I go off camera, it's because I gotta like blow my nose or something. I got snot dripping down. I took a bunch of Sudafed.
All right, we get the goddamn picture. Ooh.
Yeah, so I took a bunch of Sudafed before this, and I should be good to go. So.
Ryan, I'm not gonna lie. Right now, I'm being very distracted by the sheer amount of white balls you have on your face. I mean, whoever decided to make that hat went with. Now you have white balls in your mouth. Congratulations. You look very comfortable doing that. I feel like whoever made that hat went with the choice, and they were like, we need to have as many balls as possible hanging off of this hat. I mean, I have one big white ball right here.
Yes.
I mean, you could cup it pretty easily. Very soft.
Very firm.
Very firm. But you have 3 very small balls.
I'm like the opposite of that alien from Total Recall that has the 3 boobs.
You're like the male version of the 3-boobed alien. You have 3 testicles.
Got 2 balls like that hang down here,
and then one like by your ear. What the fuck? You know what? I will never watch that movie again. You have ruined it. Congratulations. Thank you.
Are you just gonna be sitting there thinking like, yeah, there's 3 balls?
And be like, three boobs. God, your dog freaks me out every time because you're just nothing, and then all of a sudden, boom, there's this thing moving. And every time I want to be like, Ryan, look out! You got a burglar, and it's a dog. All right, whatever. What were we talking about? So you're fighting a cold. You do anything fun? I know you're taking what? You're taking all next week off. You're gonna do anything fun with the family?
Yeah. I got all next week off, and I still have like 60-something hours I can burn.
Oh, that must be nice. At my work, we do what we call a blackout, where they don't allow us to take any time off between Thanksgiving and the end of or the beginning of January.
That's pretty shitty.
Yeah, not only do I not take any time off, I'm going to work like 70 hours this week, just so I can have half a day off on Monday and one whole paid day off on Tuesday. And I put paid in quotations because, yes, they're paying me enough to show up, but I literally have to do the exact same amount of work. I just have to do it in one less day.
That sounds terrible, Brad.
Yeah, whatever. It pays the bills. So I'm not gonna cry as I broadcast from my MacBook that my job allows me to afford.
Yeah.
So, but whatever. I mean, it is what it is. But it's going to be fun this weekend. We're going to try and go. I think we're going to take the kids and try and go look at Christmas lights every year. We try and do it. We haven't been able to do it yet, but we usually get in the car. And there's a couple of really cool neighborhoods that have some, like, there's one, some of the really rich neighborhoods. There's one guy who actually has, like, a mini radio tower, and he actually broadcasts on a station. So he has all these lights that are synced to the radio. And so you turn it to his station, and you can listen to the music, and it puts a light show up. Synced to the songs. Cool. It's pretty cool.
There's a lot of Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yeah, he does some Christmas songs, but he also does a lot of non-Christmas songs. Like last year we went and he did like Thunder from AC/DC.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I would classify that as a Christmas song if you really wanted to.
Are we putting that as the Geek Dad stamp of approval? All right, everybody, first up tonight, Thunderstruck. Bam! It's a fucking Christmas song. Don't let anybody tell you differently. I would play it right now, but then our show would immediately get flagged by YouTube and nobody would be able to watch it. Because those fuckers, they don't fuck around.
We can't have any more of those.
Yeah. God, we get flagged for those quite often. And then I said, but the last one I said back, I'm like, dear YouTube, you are 100% wrong, and I vehemently
they got mad
with your decision to pull down our video.
Yeah, they flagged us for like reviewing something.
Yeah, they're idiots.
We talked about something inappropriately.
They're jackasses. Somebody didn't like our video and reported us. Whatever. We're talking about Christmas. We're not talking about stupid internet users. But yeah, so we'll probably do that. I got some vanilla eggnog. I got a whole buttload of rum, so I'm gonna drink that this weekend. I gotta get the rest of Christmas presents decorated.
I'm ready to roll.
I'm gonna go see Aquaman and Bumblebee over the next 3 days, so I'm kind of excited about that.
We're gonna see Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, my kids went and saw it without me today. They're fucking traitors. Yeah, they went with their grandpa. They're hanging out with grandpa for a few days, so grandpa's like, you guys want to see a movie? And they're like, yeah, so they chose Into the Spider-Verse. And they get home and they want to tell me all about it. I'm like, you don't get to tell me anything. They're like, why? I'm like, that's what happens when you see a movie without dad. You don't get to tell me what all the spoilers, because I don't want to know. And now they're all bummed, but that's what they get for being little traitors. They stabbed me in the back. Or in the back.
Terrible.
They could have went and saw Mary Poppins. Oh no, they decided to go see Spider-Man. I mean, part of me is like really proud, and the other part's really like, you stabbed me in the back, you little traitors.
I think you need to have a very big conversation with them. You got to sit them down. Say, listen, there's some stuff that you are not allowed to do without dad.
Oh, no. I've already told them. I said, well, they're like, well, we really wanted to see it, but we love you. I'm like, listen, I love you guys too, but I want you to know, because you went to Spider-Man without me, I'm going to go see Aquaman on my half day off while you're hanging out with your grandpa. So, by myself.
You say, and I'm disappointed in you.
No, I'm not gonna say I'm disappointed. I get payback. I don't make him feel guilty. I just make him feel sad. I'm like, ha! Guess who's gonna go see Aquaman and eat all the popcorn by himself?
You guys can wait until it comes out on video.
Yep, like I'm gonna have to do with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which I heard is amazing. But anyway, whatever. We're supposed to be talking about Christmas. Do you got anything else you're doing for Christmas, Ryan? You got any Christmas parties you're going to?
No, we got invited to a friend of ours for Christmas Eve,
Ooh.
and then another friend of ours for Christmas Day. So we're pretty much...
You're gonna like party it up?
We got places to go. We're gonna be doing the Italian Christmas on Christmas Day, but they get like a big fish.
Is that like the Christmas Story when they go to the Chinese restaurant, but it only is like an Italian restaurant?
Kind of.
Is that like you get a giant meatball that's in the shape of a Christmas tree?
No, they do giant fish. Like they get a big salmon.
How's it Italian? Isn't Italian pasta?
Yeah, that's an Italian thing.
Nobody in Italy eats fish. This is a fact.
I guess it's an Italian thing to have big fish on
Christmas? That's weird.
It's really good though.
I don't care. That's weird. First of all, I mean I don't like fish at all, so this is definitely weird to me. But
fish from Seattle.
Ugh, it's fucking disgusting. Fish is gross.
What about like crabs? Do you like crabs?
I don't like crabs. I will eat a crab occasionally. I mean, shrimp and crab. I don't know. They're all right. Honestly, if it comes from the ocean, I'd rather stay in the fucking ocean.
Yes. Well, I will eat extra salmon on Christmas Day just for you.
I will have turkey and ham, which is much more of a tradition in most normal homes. Ryan, I'm from a English, Norwegian, Irish descent over here. What we like to do is burn a giant log, get really drunk, and eat a ham. And that's what I'm going to do. Probably in that order.
Hey, I'm still going to have a lot of fun, and that's all that matters. So
I'm gonna give you my Yule log. It's gonna be great.
Italians.
You go to that Italian joint and eat your fucking salmon. It's so weird. God, your Christmas. You know what? I'm feeling way better about my Christmas. Your Christmas sounds real weird, Ryan. I'm not gonna lie.
Weird? It's fun.
Strange. Whatever. Yeah, I got a family Christmas party on the 23rd. We're going to do that before we watch the Kansas City Chiefs get whooped by the Seahawks, which you would know if you'd watched my Geek Dad Report versus the NFL show, where I firmly predicted that Seattle was going to upset the Kansas City Chiefs.
We'll see.
And then Christmas Eve, let's see, I'm going to go see Aquaman by myself, and then I'm going to hang out with my kids, and then we'll open presents and go to the in-laws and eat lots of turkey like normal people. And probably my father-in-law makes apple pie, homemade apple pie, and it's amazing. I'm going to eat the whole thing.
I love homemade apple pie.
Yeah. And I'm going to get really wasted drunk probably at least 3 or 4 times over the next 4 days.
I got a lot of presents I got to wrap still.
And by wasted drunk, I mean mostly drunk, not completely wasted. I had a hangover on Christmas one time, and that's not good. That's bad juju.
Never had a Christmas hangover.
I did. One year, I had so many things I needed to put together for my kids that I'm like, all right, power through. And so we're having like hot butter rums, and I'm drinking them. It's one of those things where you're real distracted, so you're not keeping track of how much you're drinking. And then all of a sudden it's like 3 a.m, you're wasted, and you're still putting stuff together. And then the kids wake you up at 7:30, and so you're still mostly drunk, and so you just kind of the hangover starts kicking in right as you're opening presents.
Yeah, I've had to stay up till 4 a.m. trying to put together like one of those like plastic kitchen set things, like the big,
Nope.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. That was the year. Funny enough, that was the year. We got a wood one. Came in a box. It was this really nice wood kitchen set. My dumbass doesn't even bother opening the box until Christmas Eve because I'm like, oh, this will be easy. It was in 317 pieces.
Yeah, those
and
things
I'm like,
are.
Shit. Yeah.
You need a buzzsaw.
I did put on Gremlins and background noise, and drank hot butter and rums all night. So Gremlins. Funny enough, that teaser is going to be on our list of movies of whether or not they're Christmas movies. All right, so we should probably dive into the show. It's been 20 minutes of basic nothingness.
We can only ramble on for so long.
That is not true. I can ramble on for hours upon name.
Sorry.
But all right, but let's get into the news. We got a couple things we'll knock out, and then we'll get to some more Christmas stuff. before we get you guys out of here, hopefully at a relatively decent time. All right, but first up, so let's see. We got some, we're not going to call it Ninja News. We're going to call it, what do you want to call it? We're going to call it Kringle News? North Pole? The North Pole Inquirer?
The Christmas giving news. Christmas spirit news.
Christmas giving.
News of Christmas
That sounds
past.
like a bad porn.
Yeah, it does.
This year, Santa's gonna come twice. I feel like that's the front of the DVD cover. Anyway, all right. Actually, that's definitely a VHS tape. All right. How about we do Kringle Crunch News?
The elf on the shelf news.
Fuck the elf on the shelf. I'm tired of that little prick already.
See that you kind of toned down this year. Like you're not.
Well, I did a lot. It was fun to do the 1 year where I did all kinds of crazy shit, but then I realized, like, fuck, I gotta plan this shit out, and I can't do shit I've already done before, so yeah, it's not been...
We have literally just picked him up and moved him to a different spot.
3 times I've had to move him once the kids were already up and just say that, oh, he was drunk, and he woke up late.
Yeah.
Because I forgot to move the stupid elf. I'm done with the elf. Okay, Elf on the Shelf news. You know what? Fuck it. Ninja news. Here we come with the Rudolph hoof uppercut. The Santa Claus fucking judo chop of poor kids' presents for Christmas.
And we'll finish it off with the Mrs. Claus leg sweep.
Coal in your stocking because you're definitely a naughty girl.
Of hot chocolate.
And coal in your stocking. Whatever. Where are we going with this? That was really bad.
We have stuff to talk about.
We need to stop skipping rehearsals because the show's quality is really just tanking.
Yeah, I blame you.
Probably should.
Yeah.
I am the producer, after all.
You do an okay job producing.
Whatever. Well, you do a subpar job of co-starring. How about that? All right, moving on. What are you doing? Are you doing lines of cocaine? I feel like that's what's going on. I mean, you're literally just like, then you get up and you're like...
Yeah. That's that. Yeah, that's why I have to keep my note.
Hey, man, I'm not judging. I'm just mad. I'm mad you're not sharing. What's up with that? 'Tis the season to do lines of cocaine.
6 hours.
As we learned in Die Hard.
Yeah, this is the 6-hour episode, right? We're doing the...
Yeah, sure. Woo! I'm ready! I'm ready! Woo!
Christmas!
All right, so from high energy to sad news, here we go. Our first news story of the night, as always, we start with sad news when we have it. Penny Marshall, the star of Laverne and Shirley and director/producer extraordinaire, has passed away this week at the age of 75. Apparently, she was battling diabetes, and she passed from complications of that. So, 75 is not that old, but man, huge life. Did a lot of great things. Responsible for some of my favorite movies, League of Their Own, and
the best baseball movie ever.
Yeah, one of the best baseball movies ever, and Big. In my opinion, maybe the best Tom Hanks movie. I know it's controversial, but Big was amazing.
Definitely at least top 3 Tom Hanks movies.
Yes, I loved Big. I mean, I still, every time I see a piano, all those piano things on the floor, I immediately think of do. I want to play chopsticks with somebody.
Yeah.
Do. Da na 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 na. Da 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 do. Except for in hindsight, when you look back, he did have sex with like a 35-year-old woman, which is really kind of creepy because he was like 11.
Yeah. And he was that whole scene where he's looking at her in the bra.
Hey, I remember that scene. But anyway, Penny Marshall, she will be missed. Great talent, and 75, like I said, isn't necessarily young, but I feel like she was taken too soon. So, as we always say on this show, good journey, and may the force be with you.
Have a good one.
Have a good one. Enjoy the afterlife if there is one. I don't know. If not,
whatever it is you believe
you'll be lived on with me playing chopsticks while watching Big.
Yeah. And then playing some baseball.
There's no crying in baseball. Such a great line. So good.
It's a great movie.
All right.
I want to watch it now.
On to other things. we had some trailers drop this week, and we're going to discuss them because people, by people I mean the internet, had things to say. Some good, mostly bad. Yeah, but, we'll start with the first one. Well, I guess Aladdin isn't really a trailer. We're going to talk about Aladdin in a second, but how about Hellboy? So we finally got our first official Hellboy trailer, and shit was going sideways for them right from the start. They announced 2 days ago, they gave us a really cool poster, and they said, the new Hellboy trailer is dropping on Thursday. They're getting excitement for it, and somebody accidentally released it online on Wednesday. Apparently, it wasn't even like a hacker. It was like somebody in their own department set the timer, like the release thing.
He forgot when he.
Well, it's like the schedule. I'm
check what day it was publishing on.
Yeah, they scheduled it wrong, and it published on the wrong day, but they pulled it down real quick, but people had already gotten it, so they were like, fuck it. They released it, and then the trailer was not good, and then everybody just jumped their shit. To the point where Netflix is like, we prefer Ron Perlman's Hellboy streaming now on Netflix. And I'm like, God, you guys are fucking trolls.
It wasn't. I didn't think it was that bad.
I think the movie's going to be good. I actually like the footage that I saw. I just think it was a really bad trailer.
Like Hellboy getting thrown around.
No, I liked it, but they tried to do the Suicide Squad, Guardians of the Galaxy. They take a classic song. I don't remember what song it was at this point, but they take a classic like oldie song and they try and make it fun and hip. But this is supposed to be the gritty R-rated reboot. The difference between this one and the Ron Perlman is supposed to be the fact that this is like the one that scares you and it's violent and people are just getting massacred. And this trailer didn't show any of that.
Kind of more true to like the super creepy, artwork of the comics and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there was some, like I said, visually I liked what I saw. That's why I do think the movie's gonna be good. But like the timing, so like there's a lot of jokes. They tried to make this too funny.
They were just trying to be like, hey, look, we rebooted Hellboy 1.
Well, and that's the problem. Is like they tried to make it too much like the original Hellboy, but since this movie isn't going to be like that, it just felt off. Like there was something, it just didn't feel right. The jokes, they didn't land with the music, and it just seemed really muddled.
What?
Cluttered. I combined muddled and cluttered. Muttered.
Mm-hmm. Muddled. It's, like you said, though, it's still going to be a good movie, my best guess. And I'm sure it'll do well. It's just the trailer, it seemed like they were going for like the campy, funny, trailer. So
yeah, and like I said, I think that's what made it seem so strange is that the movie did not feel like that kind of movie, but that's what they tried to make the trailer to be, and it just did not work. But I do think I think it's going to be good. I really like, God, I can't remember his name, but the guy from Stranger Things who's playing Hellboy. I kind of like he's got a little bit of a different take on Hellboy. I know they look a lot alike. And listen, the comparisons are going to be there to the Guillermo del Toro version because it's a good movie and people are mostly really enjoy the first two Hellboys. But I think they really made a mistake trying to copy those first instead of just saying, listen, we know you guys love the original Hellboy. This one is got some of that, but we are going off on our own path, and I think they should have released a Red Band trailer right from the beginning, made it scary, made it gory, and go, this is not Ron Perlman's Hellboy. This is something different, and you're going to want to see it.
They shouldn't have deviated from what they basically have been billing the movie as.
Yeah, exactly. I 100% agree. So, I mean, like I said, I think it's going to be good. I don't have anything else to say. I think the footage, everything I saw in the trailer, like the actual movie stuff, looked like it's going to be a solid movie. It's a very poorly made trailer.
Yeah, it's going to do well, and I'll buy it on DVD because I love the Hellboy.
Fucking Hellboy's great.
Oh.
But anyway, there you go. And moving on to our next thing the internet lost their minds about is we got our first look at Aladdin. Entertainment Weekly gave us our first real... So we had a trailer drop, about a month ago. Didn't give us any footage. It was really cool. Hit us all the feels. Sounded a lot like Aladdin. This one actually gave us... The Entertainment Weekly actually gave us our first look at the characters. The internet did what the internet does. Basically complained that the lead characters weren't brown enough for the roles they were playing, which, I mean, whatever.
Look, porn parody.
Yeah, listen, without seeing an actual trailer, like a real trailer or the movie, I'm not going to judge based on some stills. I think it looks whatever, right?
It looks like Aladdin.
I don't feel like I'm not the right person to ask if the characters are dark enough to play the roles they're in. I know Disney went out of their way to make sure they casted people that would fit the roles.
Yeah. Some people that actually look like they're from the Middle East.
Yeah, and some people who actually have some Middle Eastern heritage in their background, right? So I'm not going to get into semantics of are they dark enough? Should they be darker? Should they be this? Should they be that? Whatever. I am not the person to ask that question. I think the characters look fine. I do think it's a little strange that the guy who's playing Jafar is strangely like they went like this old creepy dude to like he's like in his 30s and he's fucking ripped.
I didn't see the picture for Jafar.
You see Jafar? Dude, he's like this 30-year-old, like, ripped, like, a heartthrob dude. I'm like, I don't know if Jasmine's going to choose a street rat over Jafar. If I were her, I might be like, oh, he's kind of the bad boy. He's rich. He's got, like, nine abs.
He's got to be like...
It's like 8 more than I got.
Like Jafar from the original.
Yeah, I mean, Jafar in the original was like this creepy old dude who was trying to creep up on the king's daughter.
He had the goatee that looked all...
Yeah, he had like a super bony face and it was long and he was just a chimo. Yeah. And this Jafar, I mean, I don't know. He's going to have to be real evil, but... I mean, so a lot of people were making jokes about how hot he was. And then the big one, the one that really just crushed people's souls, we got the first look at Will Smith playing the genie. And one, he was not blue. And which was...
He's not blue.
He was not blue. Now, we're going to get on the... We're going to talk about the blueness of the matter in a second. But I mean, his look, I didn't have a problem necessarily with his look. He looks like a genie, I guess. He's got a weird, like, ponytail coming out the top of his head.
Got a top knot.
He's got there you go, top knot. He's got, he looked like a genie. Whatever.
Yeah. And, I mean...
I've never met a genie, so I don't know what the fuck they look like, so he looked fine. My biggest thing was, like, he's not blue. So now, Will Smith, everyone outraged, and we're like, what? He's not blue? And there was a lot of comparisons to Shazam. Was it Shazam? Or Kazam? What was the Shaquille O'Neal movie where he played the genie?
Yeah, you're not going to get the Robin Williams genie. I mean, people just have to accept that. Robin Williams created an iconic thing that can't be duplicated, so they got to do it, this Will Smith way.
Yes. Now, Will Smith on Twitter immediately came out after people started freaking out and said, hey, everybody relax. My character is blue for most of the movie. This is his, like, incognito, his blend-in form. So when he's walking with humans, he takes a human form so that people don't know he's a genie. But whenever he's not in that form, he's a blue genie. He's mostly CGI'd.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
That makes sense, right? But, the internet would not leave it alone. I have to say there was some really fun tweets about people taking the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air lyrics and, like, changing them to work with Aladdin. It was kind of funny. But for the most part, everyone massively overreacted, and everyone's already deemed this movie to be a disaster and an epic flop. And somehow racist or not racist enough? I'm not really sure exactly what... There's a whole PC... If you want to know about the PC crowd, and listen, I'm PC, but like the super PC crowd... they have all kinds of complaints about Aladdin. I don't, whatever. I'm not qualified to talk about them or deal with them.
A strong woman, Brian.
I am married to a strong woman. I'm a PC principal, but no, I mean, listen, I get it. I mean, people want to be represented, but like, we gotta get to a point where it's like, if you're not enough of this, then you can't be that. I don't get, right?
So I gotta do my coke.
They got people. Yeah, hope your cocaine's good. They got people from of Middle Eastern descent to play the main leads. I'm sorry if they're not Arabian enough. I don't know what to say.
Whatever. When the first trailer drops, then I'll have a bigger opinion. Other than that, I will wait.
Yes, exactly. I will not have an opinion really of this movie until I see the fucking movie, and then I'll have an opinion about it. So. Yeah. We should try that. I think that would be a really cool new thing if we push this thing where we ask people to actually see the thing in its complete form before they deem it good or bad. That'd be cool.
That is just too out there.
Do you think that'll catch on?
No.
No? Is that ship fucking sailed?
No, just don't even try.
Now it is funny to see what people see, to see what people see. It is funny to see which things people pick and choose that on face value they immediately claim it's going to be the greatest thing ever. Like, for instance, we got to see our first look at the Dark Crystal prequel coming to Netflix. They released some stills, literally only stills of the main characters.
Yeah,
just pictures. We have no footage, no trailer, no anything, just puppets. And who's going to play the puppets? We got a really good cast. Mark Hamill. I read Mark Hamill, and then I didn't care about anybody else because Mark Hamill.
Right. Oh!
Luke Skywalker is voicing one of the puppets in the Dark Crystal prequel. But yet, everybody on the interwebs have already determined that this is going to be the greatest thing in the history of anything. So,
because they saw a picture of a puppet.
Saw a picture of 3 puppets, Ryan. Don't be weird. 3.
Yes.
All right.
Very
whatever. I think it looks cool. Believe it or not, this is going to come. I mean, this is maybe this is going to put me in nerd jail. But I mean, I'm already there because I don't like Blade Runner. But, I was never really that big a fan of Dark Crystal. I remember watching it, and I'm like, it's all right.
One time, and I've never seen it ever again.
Yeah, I don't quite understand what all the hubbub's about it, right? Like, I remember it was like, from the mind of George Lucas and Jim Henson. I'm like, ooh, I like both those things. And so I watched the movie, and I'm like, it's kind of fantasy puppets, like a weird dog, monkey puppet.
I watched it the one time. I fell asleep for a part of it, and then I just didn't care.
And I'm like, there's some crystal that controls things. I was like, where's the people at? Who's using the Force? Where's Willow?
I'm glad that you are in the same boat as me.
All right, good.
I thought I was going to be like one of the only people.
And you know what? If you guys want to add us and let us know all the reasons why we don't understand the Dark Crystal, sure. I mean, whatever. I've had people tell me that forever for Blade Runner. I just don't care.
It is such a great movie because we don't get it.
Yeah, hey, you know what? I like a lot of the other ones. Labyrinth. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I pretty much only like Labyrinth because of Jennifer Connelly. David Bowie and his weird spandex kind of creeped me out as a child, but Jennifer Connelly, hey, I'll watch anything when she heard it. I don't know. I mean, whatever. If you like Dark Crystal, cool. I'll watch this new one on Netflix because it's free on Netflix.
I'll give it a shot, but I'm not going to be jumping up and down.
Yeah, all right. So let's see. What else do we get from the... what is this? I feel like I wanted to make this a Christmas special, and it's turned into what is the internet mad about? Let's see. We got the new Men in Black trailer. I haven't seen any outrage yet on that. Actually, we got the first Men in Black trailer.
Yeah, Men in Black International.
Men in Black International, starring Chris Hemsworth, starring Thor and Valkyrie.
Yes.
And Taken.
They got reunited.
I did not know Liam Neeson was going to be in this, by the way.
Yeah, that kind of threw me off too when I saw him in there. So I watched the trailer, I liked it, but I had a couple thoughts. The first one being, they went with Fergie London Bridges for the song of the trailer, which is fine because they're in England, but I feel like they really missed an opportunity to just dust off the old Will Smith Men in Black and just play that in the background. Here comes the Men in Black, Galaxy Defenders. Now just bounce with me, You know the song, sing the words. Love it. Get jiggy with it.
No, that's the wrong song.
Oh.
Whatever.
Yummy.
So one, they did not know. That's another. Are you going to go through his whole parents just don't understand, Ryan?
In West Philadelphia, born and raised.
All right, you know what? Whatever. That's the end of the Men in Black trailer. It looks great. I think it looks cool. Chris Hemsworth is awesome.
Which reminded me, we have the first one.
I love Tessa Thompson.
The kid, it was like $3 at the store, and we never watched it. I gotta find that damn thing.
Well, Men in Black, dude. They had Men in Black 1 and 2 for $10 on iTunes. I think I should buy that too. I may have an addiction problem to iTunes.
I need to get some iTunes stuff. I don't have any.
So anyway, Men in Black. Let us know what you guys think about it. I thought it was a fine trailer. I'll go see this movie. Chris Hemsworth, like I said, is hilarious. If you've not watched Ghostbusters, the rebooted version, you should watch it. Chris Hemsworth is just great in that. And considering Thor Ragnarok was the last time these two paired up, they were hilarious together. I'm very much looking forward to Men in Black International. It looks like Men in Black. It looks like Men in Black.
Like a Men in Black movie, and I hope they have the same chemistry that they had from Thor Ragnarok. So
I can't imagine they won't. So I'm excited to see this, and I think everybody else should be excited to see this. I think it's going to be a big movie. All right, moving on. Let's see. We had a couple quick news stories, nothing major. We'll go through them real fast. If you were like me and you love the chilling adventures of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, then guess what? Satan be praised. We are not. They already announced that we're getting season 2, which is coming in April. But Netflix has renewed it for season 3 and 4 already.
Oh, wow.
Apparently they just, I watched the Christmas special. They released a Christmas special on December 12th, or 12th, 13th, I don't know, last week. And it was like one of the most downloaded shows like ever. So they were like, you know what? People really want more Sabrina. Let's just go ahead and renew this shit.
I have watched the first episode. Mm-hmm. My wife and I watched it. And then after the episode was over, she said that we can only watch the show during the day because it's too creepy.
Yeah, it definitely has its moments. If you thought the first episode was creepy, just wait till you get to the towards the end. It gets darker as it goes.
Oh yeah, when the goat Satan came out at the in the tree or whatever.
Dude, just keep waiting. It's a really good show. The hard part will be is your kids will want to watch it, but they cannot watch it. Yeah.
They like my daughter watches the old what's her name? Not Sarah.
Melissa Joan Hart.
Yeah, Melissa Joan Hart. My daughter watches that one and she loves it. And she was excited. She's like, "Teenage, it's a new one."
We watched the first episode with the kids and we're like, "Yeah, you guys can't watch this show."
Yeah.
And then, which was a good thing because by like episode 4, they're slitting people's throats and blood spraying, and we're like, "I'm really glad we didn't let them keep watching this."
Yeah. I think we might pick it back up after Christmas.
Yeah, so. It's really good. I would definitely recommend you do that. Let's see here. Last couple things we got for you guys. Mortal Engines apparently is going to be the first giant flop of the... I guess it's not next year, but it's going to be one of the biggest flops of 2018. Apparently they're going to lose more than $100 million on that movie. Not really shocking. Nobody seemed excited for it, and it was weird.
But it doesn't help that this movie is also coming out where there's so many movies, big movies that are out right now.
Yeah, listen, I have a feeling that I'm going to watch this on demand, and I'm going to be like, oh, that was a fun movie. But, yeah, I mean, why didn't they just dump it in February or March when nothing else is coming out? Well, actually, March is Captain Marvel. Dump it in the end of January when there's nothing, and you might get some people go, let's go see a movie. What's this? Yeah. But, yeah, nobody went and saw it. Now there's... Now we have, right now we have Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse, which everyone's raving about. We got Mary Poppins, which is supposedly really good. Bumblebee drops this weekend. Aquaman drops this weekend. This is not the time to be releasing movies.
Yeah, not the best time.
Yeah. Let's see here. Not the best time to be an Elementary fan either. Apparently, CBS has decided to cancel the show after season 7. So... if you're an Elementary fan, you got one more season, and then it is over.
Yeah. My wife is very sad.
Yeah, I you know what? I had season 6 recorded, and then my wife accidentally deleted it, so I got to get this. When I get the CBS app to watch season 2 of Star Trek Discovery, I'm going to try and binge Elementary. But, it's a good show. Anybody it does sound like they're going to get a chance to wrap up the show, so it doesn't, it's not one of these surprise cancellations. But anyway, if you like Elementary, you got one more season left. We got our first look at Entertainment Weekly. Gave us some look at John Wick 3. We're not going to talk about that. Who cares? When we get a trailer, we'll break it down. We were very excited for John Wick, but all you need to know is him and Halle Berry have lots of dogs.
Yes.
All the dogs.
That's it. That's all you need to know.
And then finally, the last news story of the night, which is going to lead us into our main topic here, is that 20th Century Fox has officially declared that Die Hard is a Christmas movie because they released a 2030th anniversary trailer for the movie, and they said the best Christmas movie ever, Die Hard.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. And people thought the debate was settled because the screenwriter and Bruce Willis both came out and said this is not a Christmas movie. Yet 20th Century Fox, I believe who made that, said that it is a Christmas movie.
Because that Christmas cash.
So me and Ryan got us talking about what is a Christmas movie and what isn't a Christmas movie. So we thought it would be a lot of fun if we talked about some Christmas movie and, like we said earlier in the show, give it our definitive stamp of this is a Christmas movie or this is not a Christmas movie. That being said, if you have a movie that you really enjoy watching at Christmas, who are we to tell you that you shouldn't watch it? Go ahead and watch it. It just isn't a fucking Christmas movie.
Yeah. We will make that decision for you.
If you're like, listen, Terminator is a Christmas movie, I watch it every fucking December 24th, well then go ahead and keep doing it.
Yeah,
but it's
that's great for you.
Just saying. All right, Ryan. Yeah. So Ryan had a list. I have a few of my own, and as we go through them, we're going to talk about them. We didn't really discuss how we're going to talk about this, so what do you think? We should just talk about the movie a little bit? Should we give it some... Hang on. Before we do this, should we give a certain criteria of what we say makes a Christmas movie?
So my criteria was it had to be somewhat around the holidays in a story. And that was pretty much it. Like, it just had to have, like, some kind of, like, holiday...
Should it at least have either a Santa, an elf, a reindeer, or a Santa hat? I feel like it needs to have one of the things present in the movie.
Okay.
So my criteria is it has to have at least one element of Christmas. So it could be a Christmas tree, or a Santa Claus, or... You know, it can't just be like, oh, it's Christmas time. Now, that... People like to cram anything that happens around Christmas as a Christmas movie, like reindeer games. I guess technically it could be considered a Christmas movie because it has reindeer in the title, but I would not necessarily classify as it. But we'll talk more about reindeer games in a second. I think it needs two things. One, I think we need something about Christmas in the movie, or at least in the title of the movie. We will allow that. And two, it has to have a character go on a Christmas arc. Like, they have to learn a lesson that ends with, like, the betterment of mankind, right?
Yeah, you went way more into the criteria than I ever did.
So, I feel like those are the two things you need to be a Christmas movie. Because if you look at The Miracle on 34th Street, what's it about? It's about Santa. It's about a little girl believing in Santa and the love that is supposed to be about Christmas, right? If you look at the classics, It's a Wonderful Life, same thing. Character goes on an arc, starts in one place, usually kind of a bah humbug, learns a lesson around Christmas, and is better for it at the end.
Yeah. A Christmas Carol,
classic. So I think that is the criteria for me for a Christmas. All right, so here we go. Let's start naming off movies that are supposedly, that people sometimes question, is this a Christmas movie? And we are going to say if it is or is not. Now, we are not going to be talking about Christmas Vacation. That is clearly a Christmas movie. We're not going to be talking about Scrooged. Clearly a Christmas movie. We're not going to be talking about the ones that are absolutely, positively Christmas movies.
We're trying to hit on that fringe.
We're gonna hit that fringe. Now there may be some hot takes that we're gonna have that maybe you think is a Christmas movie, and we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna start with one. I'm gonna start with Home Alone.
Home Alone, that's obviously a Christmas movie.
Okay, first of all, why is it this is my problem. Everyone's like, it's a Christmas movie. Why is it a Christmas movie? Because it happens around Christmas.
Yes, because it happens around Christmas, and there's a lot of Christmas in like 90% of the scene.
It only happens in Christmas because these guys are burglarizing houses that have presents.
Yeah.
So what makes this a Christmas movie?
Because the entire family leaves and goes to France because that's what you do on Christmas time.
Yes, but what does Kevin McAllister learn in this whole thing? What does it start? Okay, so we do have two things. One, it centers around Christmas, and we have Christmas trees and plenty of Christmas stuff, paraphernalia. Okay, but the second thing.
If you wish for your family to disappear, then you'll get to make a bunch of traps and stop burglars.
But I don't feel like he learns anything. At the end, he's like, yes, I love my family. Yes, of course you do. You were almost murdered by two psychopaths and left alone, and you are out of money and food. Of course you're happy to see your family.
And then the next year, you just kind of go right back into the same old pattern.
I am going to say that I'm gonna say that Home Alone is not a Christmas movie.
Oh, well then you are not going to select any of the movies on my list.
So do we have our first split decision? You're gonna say Home Alone is a Christmas movie?
I am. It is a Christmas movie.
It only happens around Christmas. I feel like Kevin McAllister learned nothing. He was left again the second time. I feel like Home Alone 2 is more of a Christmas movie than Home Alone 1. That's my hot take. Home Alone 1 is not a Christmas movie. Home Alone 2 is. He becomes friends with the homeless bird lady in the park. He was not friends with a homeless bird lady in the first movie.
That's true. And then there was the old guy in the toy store.
And there was the old guy in the toy store. And in Home Alone 2, he actually made amends with his family and his older brother who he hated.
Mm-hmm. Although he did spend a lot of money on room service.
And Donald Trump's in that movie. But funny story, my daughter all of a sudden comes running downstairs. Dad, come up here quick! I go upstairs. She's got Home Alone 2 paused. And she's like, it's Donald Trump! This is stupid! I'm like, where's my kids right? All right, so I'm going to say Home Alone 1, not a Christmas movie. Home Alone 2, definitely a Christmas movie.
All right, so
Home Alone 3 did never happen, so we're not talking about that one.
I'm going to say Batman Returns happens around Christmas time. The Joker.
Okay, whoa, no. You did not give us the Home Alone. What about the Home Alone? What's your final on Home Alone 1 and 2?
Oh, final on Home Alone? I said, I'm still sticking with it.
All right, Home Alone 1 and 2, Christmas movies. All right, moving on. What's the next one? You said Batman Begins?
Batman Returns.
Batman Returns. Oh, the fucking...
Vito.
Oh my god.
Oswald Copperpot's the last.
That is absolutely not a Christmas movie. That is not only not a Christmas movie, it's an atrocity to the Batman franchise. I would say that Batman Returns is worse than even the George Clooney Batman and Robin.
Yes, but it did take place around Christmas time.
But it had nothing else. There was no journey of a character. There was no story arc. It was Batman deciding to murder everybody in Gotham.
But the Penguin felt some Christmas spirit.
No, he did not. He tried to murder all the firstborn children in Gotham. This is absolutely fucking not a Christmas movie.
Well, he learned his lesson, though.
Yeah, because he died. Because Batman murdered him. Because Batman went on a murder rampage.
But all the little penguins, like...
Okay, right. I'm using my veto power. The Geek Dad Report is officially stamping this not a fucking Christmas movie. Dude, they electrocuted Christopher Walken and he became a Christopher Walken skeleton. The movie is so bad. And his stupid beefcake son who's like on a million steroids.
I forgot about that.
God, how did one of the greatest cinematic achievements of all time in Batman become Batman Returns and then Batman and Robin? I don't know how that did not kill the franchise.
Danny DeVito did do a good job as Penguin.
Yeah, he was pretty good as Penguin. And Michelle Pfeiffer was great as Catwoman. I mean, she's kind of a weird, like, S&M, like, latex fantasy, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. What else do we have? So, Batman Returns... Geek Dad Report says, boom, not a Christmas movie. Moving on. What's the next one we got?
You want to keep going off my list, or you want to go off your list?
You want to go, you do one, I do one, or what do you want to do? I don't know what's on your list, so if I say something on your list, we'll just say that's on your list and we'll move on. All right, Lethal Weapon.
Crossing over too much.
All right, Lethal Weapon 1.
Yeah. I had that one on
by Shane Black, who is notoriously definitely one of the most active Christmas... I want to be a Christmas movie director. All his movies notoriously takes place in Christmas, around Christmas.
Yeah,
well,
and
most of them.
Wasn't this Mel Gibson first breakout?
I believe Mad Max was kind of his breakout, but I think Lethal Weapon was his first like big American movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it does take place around Christmas.
Let's be honest. The opening scene is a half-naked lady high on cocaine jumping out of a window to, like, Deck the Halls, or Jingle Bell Rock. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Her boobs are hanging out, and she's got, like, woo, I'm so high on cocaine. Dead. There's also a Christmas tree, so it meets all the criteria of. It meets all the criteria of we get Mr. Joshua runs the car through the Murtaugh's house and runs over the Christmas tree. We have a Christmas tree. We have Jingle Bell Rock in the opening song. So I definitely think that hits the criteria. And then we have a story arc. So do we have a complete story arc? I would say that we do, because Mel Gibson starts as a suicidal maniac and finds a family to embrace as his own by the end of the movie.
So, but did somebody learn a lesson?
Yeah. Riggs did. Riggs was a crazy cop who just wanted to die. And by the end he found family and he learned that sometimes it's okay to love again.
That's very Christmassy.
So we're going to say right now, Lethal Weapon, abso-fucking-lutely. Bam! Christmas movie. All right, that was mine. What do you got?
All right, so I'm going to come out with a slight left hook here.
Ooh, what do we got?
I'm going to say Rocky 4, because it does take place around the holidays. I was trying to find like the most obscure thing that barely had like a holiday in it.
I feel like nobody thinks Rocky 4 is a Christmas movie, though. So I feel like nobody in the world thinks that's a Christmas movie, so that immediately disqualifies it. I was thinking more of like, how about Gremlins, Ryan? Is Gremlins a Christmas movie?
On my list, but I also had like, I went with a different track. I would go with a movie that had just very slightly holiday themed. Like I did Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
See, that's a good one. Rocky 4, listen, Rocky 4, we're going to pretend you didn't say that one. We're going to move that to the side.
Yeah, we'll get rid of Rocky 4.
All right, so Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Yeah, another Shane Black movie. And a lot of people have not seen this movie. I would highly recommend it. It is actually a really good movie. It's like the last good Val Kilmer we've gotten.
Yeah.
He plays a gay detective.
Yeah, and Julia Roberts, Brad Pitt. I mean...
Julia Roberts. We're thinking of a different movie. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is Robert Downey Jr., Michelle Monaghan, and Val Kilmer.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was thinking of something else. But yes.
Yeah, so it takes place around Christmas. There's a Christmas party. So here's the thing. There is a Christmas party. There is somebody in a Santa. I think Robert Downey puts on a Santa Claus hat. But I do not think anybody goes on a redemptive journey and learns a lesson in this movie. Robert Downey is still kind of a jerk. Michelle Monaghan is... Her life is out of control. And Val Kilmer is pretty much just playing a gay goose, I think, in this. I'm not really sure.
And that was before he got all fat.
They make him... Yeah, I mean, that was one thing that was kind of strange. They go out of the way to point out that he's a gay detective, but it really makes no... like, there's no point in the story of why they have to point that out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a fun movie. I enjoyed it a lot. I would not say it's a Christmas movie, though.
Yeah. Well, let's see. It was 2005.
Yeah, it's an older one. Definitely worth the watch. I would not put that on my Christmas list unless you just want to put all Shane Black movies on the Christmas watch. All right. So how about this? Another Shane Black movie that takes place around Christmas. Iron Man 3. This has been hotly debated in the nerd world on whether this is actually a Christmas movie.
This is not a Christmas movie.
This happens around Christmas. There's a giant Christmas tree that gets obliterated in Iron Man's house. He buys Pepper a giant present in the shape of a big bear. And he goes on a journey from the beginning to the end.
Yes, but this is arguably the weakest of all the Iron Man movies. And
I agree. It's one of the worst Marvel movies. But, in a different light, Ryan, could it be a very good Christmas movie?
No. I do not agree with this.
I'm going to say that it is a good Christmas movie because Iron Man goes on a very, very much of an arc and learns a valuable lesson that annoying little kids can actually be good for you.
And even though we find out retroactively, the kid that was wearing the Iron Man mask was actually Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, that was Iron Man 1 though, I believe. Or no, Iron Man 2. Alright, you know what? I'm going with you. Iron Man 3 is not a Christmas movie, but it's the closest. I will say this. If you want to watch a Marvel Christmas movie, it's the fucking closest you're going to get to one.
It's the closest you're going to get, but it does not hit the mark.
Does not hit the mark. Alright, moving on. Let's see. We went to... So I did Iron Man 3. What else you got? What's on your list, Ryan?
See, I'm trying to go with what might not be on your list. When Harry Met Sally.
I've never actually watched that movie, so I cannot talk about it.
I watched it a long time ago, and I found this one on a list. So that was, I kind of vaguely remembered about it, but I mean, it did have Christmas theme. Oh no, it was New Year's when they, at the very end, when they kiss and stuff like that. So kind of a holiday season, but not quite 100% Christmas. But he did do the whole big speech at the very end.
The only thing I know about When Harry Met Sally is the fake orgasm at dinner.
Yeah,
and that does not seem very Christmas. That's a terrible Christmas present.
Well, I've seen worse things in a Christmas movie.
All right. I haven't seen it, so I cannot give it my stamp of approval. So
it's better than the...
So, of all the things you talked about, do you now believe that this is a Christmas movie or not a Christmas movie, Ryan?
I had this one on the fringe, and I think we'll just shove it out outside the circle.
So I'm gonna come with my own curveball here. I'm gonna say Hook is a Christmas movie. One, it actually takes place in Christmas. They're in England for Christmas. We have Christmas trees. We have snow. We have the holiday season, and we have a character who goes on a massive arc where he remembers the joy of being a child again with his kids. What's more Christmassy than that? And it came out in December.
But that's only like the first 5-10% of the movie, 5% of the movie.
That's why it's a fringe left curveball, Ryan, and it's a great goddamn movie. I'm gonna say that right now.
I think if we're gonna bring this one in, we can only bring it partially into the circle, not entirely.
That's not the criteria. Is it a Christmas movie or is it not a Christmas movie? I'm going to say it's a Christmas movie because it meets our two criteria, Ryan. There's Christmas trees, there's snow, and there's redemption arcs.
Yeah, but you can just apply that toward the shitty-ass Rocky. I mean, there was
no Christmas tree in Rocky. I don't remember that. All I remember was Russians and Cold War. That's all I remember.
Punching.
All right. I'm going to... okay, fine. I'll give you this one. Hook is not a Christmas movie. All right, what do you got? What's next on your list?
Well, I had the obvious one of Gremlins.
Okay, Gremlins. No, that's on my list too. So let's talk about Gremlins. I think it has one of the two elements, but it has something else so Gremlins has all the Christmas stuff. It has snow, trees. It happens during Christmas time. There's presents, Christmas morning. There's all kinds of stuff.
Consequences for your actions.
But it has nobody learns anything. Basically, Gremlins show up and terrorize a town.
Yeah, you basically find out that there's a consequence of getting something wet is
babies?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize that metaphor. That's actually that cuts deep. If you get it wet, babies are gonna pop out. Way to go, Ryan. Wow. Took this show in a disgusting turn. I mean, it's not really disgusting. It's Circle of Life. But, all right, I will say this. Nobody goes on, an arc that they learn something. But I will say, here's what we did get. We got little creatures about 3 feet tall terrorizing everything around Christmas, making you just want to cancel the whole event. And if that isn't the spirit of Christmas, I don't know what is. Gremlins is absolutely... Bam! A Christmas movie.
The Gremlins are like what parents really feel on the inside, but they can't actually do.
That I feel like whoever wrote that was like, oh God, I want people to know what I feel like on Christmas morning, and we got Gremlins because that is what Gremlins is all about. So Gremlins is absolutely a Christmas movie. Gremlins 2, great movie, not a Christmas movie, even a little bit.
They tried too hard.
All right, what else? I feel like we're missing something else. There's got to be anything else. Die Hard. I mean, do we need to talk about Die Hard? I feel like Die Hard has been debated. No one's going to settle it ever. I think Die Hard's a Christmas movie. Screw it. Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. I don't know what else is.
That was my list. That was I topped out.
I had one more.
Trying to stay as far. I was trying to get on the fringe. to see what we could try and pull in.
Trying to think. Okay, I got one more. Nightmare Before Christmas. Halloween movie or Christmas movie? I say it's a Halloween movie.
I think it's both.
I don't think it's both. I mean, I guess technically to our criteria, there's Christmas, all the Christmas stuff, and Jack Skellington. He goes on a valuable journey.
It is the one true movie that can take 2 holidays.
That's true.
So,
all right, fuck it. Christmas movie.
I think we should give it to it. It
right.
all the criteria, and it does a double feature of being a Halloween movie too. Didn't Edward Scissorhands kind of have some Christmas stuff in it?
Yeah, I mean, yes, it happens around. I mean, Tim Burton always has these weird visuals.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of other movies that sometimes people like Krampus. I didn't put Krampus on the list because Krampus absolutely is a Christmas movie. It's just not a feel good Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Krampus is I don't know. Okay, well there you go. Krampus. Have you watched Krampus? Would you consider Krampus a Christmas movie? I mean, it is. It's just not one you're going to watch with your family to feel good.
I think it's a Christmas horror movie.
Yeah, it's absolutely a Christmas horror movie. So, all right, well, I think that's our list. If you guys have one, I'm sure there's one or two that we definitely forgot about. I would love to carry this on in the comments. Let us know if a movie that you feel is a Christmas movie, or if there's a movie you want us to give our seal of approval, or hell no. We'd love to hear it. I'm sure, like I said, there's probably 20 more that we missed. So there you go. That concludes our Is It a Christmas Movie? We've determined that there is a bunch that is, a bunch that isn't. But ultimately, at the end of the day, watch whatever the fuck makes you happy.
Yeah. As long as you're having fun.
And if someone tells you it's not a Christmas movie, well, to hell with them because they don't live your life. And you do you.
Pour some rum in your eggnog and just keep watching.
Yep, there you go. All right, moving on from the Faithful 50. What do you got, Ryan?
So we got Christine gave us some good questions. She wants to know, what is your favorite family Christmas tradition?
My favorite family tradition. You know, I don't really have a favorite. I mean, I just kind of like the whole thing. I like to watch Christmas movies with the kids. I like going to look at lights.
We always watch Christmas Vacation is the first movie that we watch. Although we fast forward through the scene in the mall where the lady's lifting up her underwear. And then we fast forward to the scene where they're talking about Santa.
I have not shown my kids. Actually, I'm the only person in my family who's actually watched Christmas Vacation. I've got to try and get... Holly's not really a big comedy. I mean, one of my favorite... I mean, it's not really... I guess it doesn't involve the kids, but one of my favorite Christmas traditions is me and Holly Christmas Eve. We kind of finish putting all the stuff together for the kids. We have some adult beverages, usually involving, like I said, hot butter and rum or a spiked eggnog. And we watch an adult Christmas movie. A lot of times we watch Bad Santa, Die Hard, Gremlins.
Do you guys watch the night before?
Yeah, when we always put the bed. You know, we put the kids to bed on Christmas Eve when they're ready, and then we spend the next couple hours just. It's that moment before the storm, right, where you can just relax as a parent. It's the night before you finish doing the few things you're going to do. You have just a beverage or two just to kick back.
You watched the Matt Damon SNL?
I did not. I got to watch it. I heard there's some really good stuff in it.
It's such a great Christmas, but then it flashback to where he's it's 4 a.m. He's trying to put together one of those big, huge fucking set things.
Yeah, I heard it was good. I'm going to watch it. Another tradition I like is usually my brothers come over and we watch Jingle All the Way.
Yes.
One of the worst Christmas movies ever made, but somehow we absolutely love it. Funny or not enough, me and Ryan are going to do a little fun holiday Jingle All the Way special after the show, but I don't really particularly have a favorite thing that I do with the family. I honestly really do enjoy Christmas as a whole. Yeah. I like the lights. I like just having fun with the kids. As much as I bitch about the elf on the shelf, I do enjoy how excited my kids get about it when I set up a little scene or do some stuff.
Yeah. We always do Christmas Eve. Everyone makes their favorite appetizer.
Oh, nice.
you get to eat like so each kid gets to have their favorite appetizer. I make con queso, or I'll make like a meatballs or something like that. And then my wife usually just kind of picks something. But we always do we have to have on Christmas Eve before we go to bed. For dinner, everybody eats their favorite appetizers. So there you go.
That's not a bad idea. I might try something like that. I mean, we'll get the kids hot chocolate and stuff. You know, I'll really try. I like to go, honestly, one of my new favorite traditions was taking my kids to go see a Star Wars movie around Christmas, but, you know, fucking Disney put an X-nay on that. Thanks a lot. You know, I enjoy the few days leading up to Christmas. You know, like this weekend's going to be great. Saturday, Sunday, we'll do a lot of fun Christmas stuff. Monday, you know, I got to work a half day, like I said earlier, but we'll do a lot of just fun stuff with the kids. I just love the few days leading up to it. So I don't know. I don't have any specific traditions that I love, but I don't know. I guess we've given a few of them.
Yeah.
But we would love to know, Christine, what your favorite tradition is with family tradition.
Yes. We want to know your tradition.
Yeah, and then we can steal them and then make them better.
Yeah, and then make them ours.
Make them cooler.
Yeah. So then she had one more question. She wants to know if we talked about our favorite Christmas movies. And she thinks that we've already done this, but she has a bad.
We did last year, but I don't know. I don't think, Christine, you were watching all the shows last year, so any question's a good question. So we'd be more than happy to talk about it again. Ryan, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Well, I'll say number 1, Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Number 2 is Elf.
You know, see, Elf, not a big like Elf family. I'm not a lot of fans, and I love Will Ferrell, but I do not understand why everyone is insanely in love with Elf.
Yeah. We like it. I don't know. My wife loves it. It's always like the one that we put on in the background when we're trying to get stuff done. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think my favorite Christmas movie has got to be Christmas Vacation, just because, especially now that I'm older as a parent, I completely understand Clark Griswold at the end of that when he just loses his fucking mind.
Oh yeah, I'm just glad I don't have Cousin Eddie.
Oh God, but you know, I also really like our probably favorite family movie is the Grinch Who Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey version. I really enjoy that movie.
We watched. Finley was super excited to watch A Christmas Story this year, and so we watched that. And yeah, my kids both really enjoyed that one.
It's a good movie. I do think Christmas Story is kind of overrated. I really enjoyed Scrooged a lot with Bill Murray. That's a good one. You know, I think they're all kind of fun. The Santa Claus is fun. You know, they're all good for the most part.
My wife and I, ever since the night before it came out, we always make sure we watch that one at least once together. Yeah.
Me and my wife's favorite Christmas movie is Bad Santa 1. Bad Santa 2 is an atrocity, but the first one's really good. My personal favorite, like if I'm going to sit down in a quiet moment and just watch a Christmas movie, is It's a Wonderful Life, man. I mean, if you can't feel good about something after you watch that movie, like I don't say.
You're so cheesy, Brian.
And I watch it in black and white. Do not watch the color version.
Oh yeah.
I
haven't watched the movie in a while.
God, it's such a good movie. It's such a good movie.
The Mickey Mouse Christmas Carol.
That, you know what? That is also a very good movie. That's a good pick, Ryan. I actually forgot about that movie. I love that movie. I think it's the best Scrooge story outside of Scrooge with Bill Murray. I think that's a good one too. But God, it's a good movie.
It's the best version of the Christmas Carol song.
So those are our favorite movies, and I already mentioned my favorite bad Christmas movie is probably Jingle All the Way. We talked earlier. We already talked about Gremlins, and I like Hook. I think Hook's a great Christmas movie. I mean, I do recognize it's a Peter Pan movie, but you know, there you go. What's your favorite Christmas movie? We'd also like to know that. So I don't think I got anybody commenting on any of mine, so I think that is all. So Christine, you get the doubles gold star because you were the only commenter tonight. So thank you. We appreciate you, and you're the best. Absolutely.
Keep an eye out for an Amazon Christmas box.
Yes. You know, we keep saying we're going to give something away. Christine actually did win our prize when we said first person to say, give me something is going to win, and she won. So we have not forgotten. I think there's maybe like an iTunes gift card in your future or something we can digitally send you. How about some Fandango money so you can go see Jason Momoa's abs in Aquaman? Would you enjoy that? Let us know.
Yeah.
We can do that.
I got a $10 Chick-fil-A gift card. Do you guys have Chick-fil-A in Seattle?
Oh, yeah. Of course we do.
I can send that.
So let us know what you'd like. Would you like to go see a movie? Would you like an iTunes card? Or would you like a Chick-fil-A gift card? We're going to hook you up because, goddamn it, Christine, you were the only one who showed up on our Christmas special. And we didn't announce this to anybody, but we were going to give gifts to everyone who commented.
Yeah.
Who left us a comment, and you were the only one. So Merry Christmas, Christine. You're getting a prize. Let us know what you want.
Anyone that tries to jump in on it, too late, you get coal.
Let us know what you want, and we're going to make that happen for you. So, thank you. But to everybody who watches this later, we love you all. Thank you guys. You guys are all our Christmas presents for the year.
Oh.
All right. Recommendations. Do we have any? I don't have any recommendations. Do you have any recommendations?
I watched the season 10 of Adventure Time this week. That finally dropped on Hulu. Apparently, I'm like one of the last 5 people on the planet that was still watching that show. So it was really good. I enjoyed the series finale, and they're only 10, 12-minute episodes, so you can blast through them really fast. Adventure Time, Season 10, the series finale. It was really good.
I recommend you go see a movie with your kids this weekend. There's a lot of good ones coming out. Mary Poppins, Bumblebee. I'm going to go see Bumblebee and Aquaman. I don't know. What else do I recommend? I recommend you watch Jingle All the Way. It's a great holiday movie. I mean, by great, I mean fucking terrible, but it's really good.
We're not going to talk about it at all.
Oh, what else did I just... Okay, you know what? I just finished Mars. If you have not watched Mars yet, Season 2 just finished on National Geographic Channel. Really good show. I think you can watch them all on demand right now. I would highly recommend it. Great show. Mars. Check it out.
That sounds awesome.
I also recommend you watch Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. They just aired the holiday special, and it was really good.
I recommend that you watch all of our shows in succession.
That's a good point. I also recommend you watch The Predator. That's also a good movie. I mean, it's bad, but it's great.
And watch the Predator holiday special.
I recommend that you have a great Christmas.
I recommend you have a better Christmas.
I recommend that you have the best Christmas.
I recommend you have all the Christmases.
That's not even possible. How do you have all the Christmases? Whatever. Get out of here. But honestly, on that note, me and Ryan would like to say, tell everybody thank you for sticking with us all year. Merry Christmas. Have a great holiday. We may or may not be back next week. We have not decided whether we're going to do a show before the first of the year, but we would definitely be back after the first of the year if you don't see us next week. I mean, I feel like if there's a Star Wars trailer that drops, we'll probably do an episode, but we might take a week off for some holidays. But we're going to have some fun content out. We're going to do a Jingle All the Way special. We're going to do we're going to do some reviews next week, and I'll probably review Bumblebee and Aquaman. So we'll have some content coming out. But in the meantime, Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a good day. Spend time with your family. Have fun.
And drink responsibly.
But what Ryan means is, if you're at home, drink as much as you possibly can without dying.
You got to hang out with some of the weird people in the family at this time of year that you don't want to be around.
Booze makes it better.
But just drink responsibly. Drink water. Have a water break.
All right. Well, Ryan, that is a great thought. So before we get out of here, though, and celebrate our own Christmas holiday weekend, would you like to tell everybody where they can find us if they didn't already know?
Of course, you can find us at Geek Dad Report on YouTube, and we're on Twitter at Geek Dad Report. I'm Brian West 53, and I am Big Bruiser. We're also on Facebook at the Geek Dad Report, and you can find us on podhell.com with our buddies, the Utah Outcasts, who are Satanists and don't celebrate Christmas.
That's not true.
It's
kind of true, but they do celebrate Christmas. I know because me and Chris did a Star Wars Christmas holiday special that I'm going to be re-releasing on our channel.
So And you can also find us on iTunes at the Geek Dad Report. So make sure you leave a comment and a 5-star rating and all the good positive feels that we can give on this holiday season.
And if your comment is, Ryan, nothing's been updated since October.
Yes.
Ryan's going to fix that. Don't worry about that. He has all next week off. It's going to happen.
It's going to. It's going to happen in big, huge spurts.
All over your internet's face.
Shooting down the tube is going to splatter everywhere.
All right. On that note, Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a great holiday with your family. Have a good time. Don't forget to watch us and tell everybody how great we are. But until next time, Merry Christmas and stay awesome.
And have a Happy New Year and stay nerdy.